prep instructions out. And if you'll grab a pen, I just wanted to show you or have you write a couple things down. Um, so on the, there's just two things. So just make sure when you are looking at the potato things and the one beef stew meal on the third page where it says put your pound and a half of baby red potatoes in a bag, I would suggest waiting on that and adding those at the end, just like what we're going to do with. And when I sent that message, when I emailed you about wait on the potatoes, because one of my, so I have to be honest, me as a cook, I'm not the guru of knowing all the details of cooking. I follow a recipe really well. That's about all I do. So one of the home ec teacher and one of the other ladies that I know, she said when you take and put the potatoes in the or in the freezer and then you bring them back out when you cook them, they'll turn black. So I would just suggest just waiting on those. I did not know that. And
I
maybe it's
didn't know
because
that.
Yeah.
and maybe it's the cutting of them was the thing, but I just figured we can leave the potatoes out, put them out to the side, and just remind yourself that you need to add them. So in the meal, that's the one pot beef stew meal. Put a big note, write yourself a note, like don't forget to add the potatoes there. And you're not going to cut those for this one. You're just going to throw them in, or you can dice them if you want. Um, and then the other meal that I'm going to make a suggestion on, and we're putting this, hi Lisa, we are putting it on the prep instructions so that when you go back and make these again, you have it there. But then you also might want to put it on your actual like the cooking instruction one, just so you have the reminder. The other meal that we're going to make a little adjustment on is our one on the first page, the one pan pasta pizza pasta skillet. We're going to skip adding the water, the two
I was
cups of
gonna
water.
say, yeah.
That
I was
will be
actually gonna ask you about that because I was like,
that's a
we're
lot.
just freezing water, so
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna hold
yeah.
off on that. So make a big note to add your water. If you have a Sharpie on your like your Ziploc bags, you could even put like add 2 cups water or like underneath the name of the bag if you want to do that.
Okay.
I just think it's a great way to be a reminder, but there's no reason to freeze that water. You can add that in right before you
Yeah,
cook it. And
I was
yeah,
questioning that too, actually.
yeah. My friend actually typed these instructions, and so and she does meal prep all the time. So I was like, ah, yeah, she's already got it all taken care of. And then I was like reading through, and I was like, we're not going to put water in and then freeze water and have it take up all that space in your freezer. So yeah,
Okay.
so that's where we're at. So, are you ready to start with our first meal?
Sure.
Yes.
All right, let's get this going then. And we are going to be working on our one pan peppery ranch and chicken and veggies. I have to say the first time that I made this one, I did not cook it. I did not bake it long enough, and the potatoes were kind of like still hard. And I was like, I hate this meal. But after I made it a second time, I went back and tried it again, and baked it a little longer, and made sure that the potatoes really were done, not just the chicken, and it was really delicious. So, and actually, it's one that Rick and I both are like, wow, we love this meal. So all right. So what you're going to need is you need your bag labeled peppery ranch chicken and veggies. And hopefully you've put your chicken already in the bag. And what we're going to do with this bag now, Barb, since you're new to this, I'm going to make a couple suggestions to you. You might want to get a large bowl and set your bags down in the bowl as we work so that if the bag tips over, you're not going to have everything spill out on your counter. So like I
Gotcha.
just take a very large mixing bowl.
Okay.
And Amy, you're a pro, so I know you know what you're doing. But all right. And then the other suggestion I would make is that when you open your bag, fold the part that you Ziploc closed, fold that over so it gives you an open, like the mouth of the bag is open more, and you're not getting all of the ingredients on that freezer zip because we want to make sure we get a good solid lock on that zipping when we close the bag. So first thing we're putting in our bag is we're just doing a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And Barb, since this is your first one, you'll notice that I just read instructions because when I try to do it alongside of everyone, I slow everyone down. So, so I do these on my own and then just share with you what to do. And then this one I love because we're going to put panko breadcrumbs in it. So we're doing a 1/4 cup of the olive oil and then a 1/3 of the cup of the panko breadcrumbs. Lisa, did we get any snow today?
No, it's not here.
Yeah, we had flurries.
Okay.
Hopefully you're not having
down
it
here.
there.
No. We just got
Down
down
in
here
Florida,
this
I
morning.
hope not.
Yeah, that would be bad. That would be bad. We just got down this morning. It rained. It rained a lot. Like for, I wouldn't say all day. It rained like maybe an hour. So
When you coming back?
Friday, because I have a vendor event on Saturday and a tasting experience on Sunday. So yeah. All right. So, and if I go too fast, please let me know. So if sometimes I start talking fast and I get ahead of people. So, all right. If you haven't added your 1/3 of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, please do that now.
Oh, cheese.
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 Please. Okay. It's a hand from beyond, Barb. It's nice. Amy, you should have made Mark stay and help you.
I know. Well, actually, I'd rather not.
Hey, now
Not that
before you
he's-
put any more,
Not that he's not a help. It's just sometimes I like to just do it by
Yeah.
myself. You know what I mean?
yeah. Hey, wait, before you put any, did you put all the seasonings in, Amy?
No, not yet.
Okay. So when you just so everybody knows, the seasoned pepper has no sodium in it, which is why I
Okay.
love it, but it is a pretty strong one. So be careful with that one. You might, if you don't like a real powerful flavor, use only half or a 1/4 of it.
Okay.
All right. That's just a heads up before the two of you start dumping those in. So, all right. So you're going to add, after your Parmesan cheese, you're just opening your one packet that says Classic Ranch, throwing that into the bag. And your one packet of onion, throwing that into the bag. And these are each measuring about 2 tablespoons. So just so you're aware, whenever you have any of these packets, if you're going to make something up like this. And then again, like I said, seasoned pepper, I would go, you can always add more on later, but I would go on the lighter side and then just put that one aside because we'll use that in another recipe if you don't use the whole thing. So.
No, wait, it's Lisa. I think it's next.
And then the last thing we're going to be putting in this bag is the broccoli. So 12 ounces of broccoli, either frozen or fresh.
Just got a
Barb,
giant.
how are yeah, well, you'll be able to use it. You know, you can always use it.
I
and
know.
there's
Well,
other
there's
meals.
so much broccoli in all these. I was like, I'm just buying
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
How big
you'll
is
go
this
through
bag?
it. So. Barb, how are the kids?
They're good.
That's good. All the grandbabies
This
good
is
too?
50.
All the grandbabies are good.
Awesome. Glad to hear it.
I'm just guessing it. How much?
So, Amy, how much was that?
It's
That big
52
bag.
ounces.
That's a pretty big
I'll
bag.
use
for
it.
broccoli. Yeah.
I'll use it for sure. It was cheaper than buying individual because there's like
Yeah.
3 recipes in here, right? That take broccoli.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might add a little more actually.
And I like what Barb's doing. Once you have all your ingredients in, seal it with some air in it and then just shake it up so it really gets all mixed together.
Oh,
But
okay.
then before we freeze, I always say make sure you get all of the air out of your bag, as much air as possible, because the air when you're in the freezer will end up being add into your freezer burn. So yeah. And for me, I like to double bag. Amy, you're not new to this, but I always say I like to double bag my my outside bag or my main bag, because when I freeze it and then bring it into the refrigerator for defrosting, I really like to make sure that if it has any punctured holes or anything in the bag, it's not gonna be all over my fridge. So that's just something I like to do. Hi, Tasha. Look at Tasha out there in Arizona in the
I
warm
was gonna
weather.
say she's got to be in warm weather,
She's out in her garden.
not in Ohio.
The baking stuff is
Yeah,
on.
definitely, definitely.
It
So,
is.
Sorry, I was out in the garden planting
no
this.
worries.
That's why I'm
That's
late.
awesome. No worries, no worries. Hi, Sarah. So yeah, so that's our first meal. So we've got that prepped. Now remember, this is one of those meals that you will use the baby potatoes. You'll need 1 pound of baby potatoes. But again, let's not freeze those. You can just, when you're ready to make this meal, make sure you cut your potatoes in half and throw those in and like stir it all around in a big bowl. So, and again, like I said, make sure, so I found that my chicken was finished way faster than my potatoes. So just be aware of that. Make sure that your potatoes are fully cooked, or you're going to be like, this meal isn't as good as I thought it would be. Just give yourself that time. So, all right, when you're finished, set that one aside. The other thing I will tell you is I like to put the date that I made my meal on the bag, because that way I know if it gets, shoved underneath something and it's, in the freezer for a little while, at least I know when I made it. The other thing is you could put like SP for sheet pan. This is a sheet pan meal. If it's a crock pot meal, you could put like you could do slow cooker, so you could do SC. So dog is taller than you, Tasha. Oh, you're
Yeah,
sitting.
Greyhound?
That's why. I was like, hey, it's a big dog.
It's a greyhound.
So, what did you say, Elise?
I said I think it's a greyhound, isn't it?
She's gonna.
She's a Belgian Malinois. And yes, I am
Malinois.
sitting and she's standing on my lap.
Okay. It makes me feel better. I was like, that's a big dog. So, all right. So, Amy, or anybody who's prepping the meals, we're moving on to our next one. If you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Great. All right. We are going to our 1-pan pizza pasta skillet meal. And this one, hopefully you've already labeled your bag and you have put your Italian sausage cooked and drained in the bag. All righty.
What?
Now for this one. Yes. Am I annoying, Tim?
No, no.
He's second guessing my instructions. He has to.
That's funny. All right, so this one we need 1 cup of chopped bell pepper, and you can use any pepper that you want. I know it's like green pepper. I prefer like red and yellow and orange peppers. I just don't like the taste of green peppers. So if there's ever like an ingredient that a recipe calls for that you don't love, or let's say you have an allergy to, like some of our shrimp recipes, people have some allergies, and so they just swap it out. And that's not a problem. So just keep that in mind. And this is the one that we're not going to be putting the water in. So if you want to put that on your outside bag, if you haven't done that already, I would write that on. For those of you that hopped on a little bit late, this recipe calls for, in the second bag, some tomatoes and 2 cups of water. And we made the decision that we won't put the water in it because there's no reason to just freeze water. So you can add that on later on. So. Now with this one, I will tell you that all 3 of those seasonings, the onion, the rustic herb, and the garlic, those are great flavors. But I will remind you, if you don't know this about rustic herb, it is a rosemary and thyme flavor. It is definitely like a great Italian flair. But if you're not a huge fan of rosemary, I would maybe back off of this one a little bit if that's not something you really like, or thyme. So. Has anybody that's a Flavor Fox or a Flavor Fox friend, have any of you made this meal yet?
Which one you doing?
we're doing the pizza pasta skillet.
Yeah, I haven't done that one.
And I haven't done that one only because my husband can't do tomatoes. So,
Oh,
and I didn't know a
well, that
good way
will
to
block
like
you.
swap it out for that. So,
Yeah, that would be a tricky one.
yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
times I can, when we did the, oh, what was the first one we had? The chicken Parmesan
Yeah.
that we had. That was the one pan. I swapped it out for pesto.
Zucchini, right? Oh, pesto. Okay. Yeah, it had
Pesto
zucchini on it.
sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
Yeah.
that was excellent. But I was
Yeah.
like the pizza pasta, I was like, oh, I don't know that you
I
can
don't
really
think
swap
so.
that out.
Yeah. No, not so much. So, all right. Barb, how's the chopping coming?
I got it done.
Okay, sounds great. So we're putting, and Amy, I saw that you're already moving ahead of me, so I knew that you already had chopped.
I
So,
forgot my pasta though. I gotta put that in there.
no worries.
Just 10 ounces of pasta, right? I was doing my tomatoes.
Yeah. So in this first bag with the Italian sausage, you have your chopped peppers.
Yes.
You're adding your 1 packet of onion, your 1 packet of the rustic herb seasoning, and then your garlic packet.
So we don't add the pasta, or we do?
You can add the pasta to this one too. Yeah, I was just doing all the seasonings first.
Add the pasta to the freezer bag. Okay.
Yep, you're gonna add the pasta.
That's 10 ounces. And this is 16.
And you're also going to be doing the 2 ounces of pepperoni slices. And to be honest, if you're like, I don't want to bother cutting those in half, don't cut them in half. You're fine. Like when I make mostaccioli, I don't cut my pepperoni slices in half. I just use it as is. So, and if you're looking for like a little bit lighter way to do this recipe, you could do the turkey pepperoni. Just because you already have Italian sausage, that's, got the grease and things in it. So if you're looking for a little less of that, I made like my Christmas mostaccioli that I made. I just used turkey pepperoni. So, and Lisa, we had that when we were on when we did our the team Christmas party.
Yeah.
That was in the bag. So, or in the little Mentos box. So yeah. So there's a lot going into this bag. So you're going to be putting the 10 ounces of rotini pasta in there. Then you're going to seal that all up once you shake it around. Well, seal it first, then shake it up.
Good.
And I love how fast these meals come together because really pretty much all of I shouldn't say that. The slow cooker meals obviously take longer, but the 1 pan meals, the 1 pot meal, they're going to be very quick, easy for dinner. So that's why I love this set. So
The whole
the
thing.
recipes.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. The whole box.
The whole box, lots of pasta.
It says 10 ounces, but most of the pastas are 12 to 16.
Yeah. The only thing with that though is, if you put more in, then you do have to keep in mind that, sauce wise, you might need
Right.
to add a little bit more.
Water.
All right. So once that bag's got everything in it, you can seal that, get it, like I said, shake it up after it's sealed, mix all that together, open it back up, get the air out and set that bag aside.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go to our second bag. And with this second bag, to be honest, since we're just putting the tomatoes in it, not the water, you really could use just a regular sandwich size bag. A quart size bag would be fine. So. So, Barb, which one do you think you guys will eat first?
So I made the beef stew and really liked it. And I have all the kids over every Monday, so I'm making that tomorrow
Awesome. That is great.
for the kids. So
I love it.
it was really good.
Yeah. And easy.
Very easy. I like crock pot meal.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. So we actually have I've done a summer workshop before with summer slow cooker meals so that you don't have to heat up your whole house with in the middle of summer. So yeah. So with this one, again, like I said, you're gonna do the 28-ounce can of the diced tomatoes. You're not gonna drain it. And then just put that in, like I said, if you want to, you can just put it in a quart-sized bag instead of the gallon-sized bag. And then in the second quart-sized bag is where we'll put the cheese.
Well, cheese.
Cheese, we need 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. And to be honest, if the bag that you've got says 2 cups, if you don't want to empty it into another bag, you could just put the whole bag of cheese right down into the outside bag that's going to hold all these bags.
Oh, there you go. That's a good idea.
No reason to empty it into a bag to empty it back out if it's already 2 cups. So,
You so smart,
but
Kathy.
sometimes people have the bigger bags. What'd you say?
I said you so smart.
You're so
I
smart.
am every
Why are
once in a
you
while.
staring at me?
I know I'm scaring myself right now. Where'd that come from?
Saving a bag.
Yep, yeah, save a bag. Yep. So hey, and these meals are all 6 servings. But obviously, you know that even though they say, like, Barb, you made the beef stew, you know that it says 6 servings, but it's a pretty good size.
It's a
6
lot.
servings. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a lot. So, but then other meals, other meals maybe don't look like as much. So, but they all are 6 servings. So, all right. And once that one's finished, take all of your individual bags, throw them add 1 extra large, like get 1 more gallon bag and tuck all of those things in together. So you have them all there ready to go. And again, don't forget, this is the one where you'll add 2 cups of water when you throw it all in the skillet. So you might want to put that, if you have a marker, a Sharpie marker, write that on your bag. Add 2 cups water. And we're going to be moving on. Because there'd be nothing like putting this in there and be like, why does this seem like it has nothing? It's like not enough water. It seems to be burning on the pan. So yeah, so definitely don't forget the water, but just do it when you go to make it. And typically we do 5 meals per workshop, but this one, because we did both the 1 pan wonders and the 1 pot wonders, we're doing all 7 meals. So, and I always encourage everybody to leave 1 meal out so that you're ready to make that for the week. Like Barb's doing the beef stew. Amy, which one are you going to try first, do you think?
Actually, I made the peppers tonight.
Oh, good. Did you like them?
They're really good. I actually added some tomatoes to the
Oh, that's awesome.
actually not tomatoes. I added salsa to
Oh,
the
cool.
chicken mixture. Yeah. They
love it.
were really good. Very, very good.
Did Mark like it?
Yeah, he did. He doesn't like green peppers, so he ate
I'm the
just
same
the
way.
filling.
Which actually, that's something I was going to bring up for this next, for one of the meals. The Southwest peppers. You don't have to do it with peppers. You could do like lettuce wraps with it. You could
Yeah.
take a tortilla and fold it in, make them into tortillas. Because a lot of times you do have enough mixture left over to do some other things with it.
Yeah.
So perfect on a
That's what he
salad.
did.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say our
yeah.
kids
Yeah.
don't like peppers either, so I just cut a zucchini in half and took the
Oh.
seeds out and stuffed the zucchini with it, and it was
That would
excellent.
be good too. Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, I
They
love
loved it.
that. Yeah, awesome.
Cooked it
All
for
right,
the
so we're
same
gonna-
amount of time.
Oh, that's perfect. Same amount of cooking time is great. All right, thumbs up. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do the 1 pan seasoned sausage and veggies. And this one, you should already have your, like kielbasa sausage or whatever kind that you use. Hopefully you have that sliced already and in your bag. And we're gonna go ahead and put a 1/4 cup of olive oil in the bag with the sausage. This one goes together very quickly because we're not cutting any potatoes. So this one is going to also call for that broccoli, that giant bag of broccoli that Amy has there.
Yeah.
The monster bag of broccoli. So yeah, you need 12 ounces of either fresh or frozen broccoli. And then the 1 packet of the seasoning. That's the 1 pan seasoned sausage and veggie mix. That's all you need for this bag.
That's easy.
That meal is finished. So And again, with this one, just keep in mind, you might want to add, if you have a Sharpie on the outside of the bag, like don't forget potatoes. So this will be the one that you need some potatoes for, just like that peppery ranch chicken one.
Add the potatoes.
And potatoes, yeah. And I would cube those when you go to bake that, but you know, and how I would do it is once you defrost the sausage and veggies and broccoli, I dice those potatoes up, mix it all like either in a bowl or throw the potatoes in that bag and mix it, you know, so that the potatoes also have that seasoning on it, and then put it on your sheet pan. And this is one that we love. I mean, we really enjoy this. I get the turkey kielbasa, so it's a little bit less, on the fat. But yeah, it's a really good meal. So. Tasha, I love your area there. So Tasha we know Tasha because she's an ambassador with us. And Tasha lives in Arizona. What part of Arizona? On the
I'm
right
in, I'm in
Arizona.
Phoenix, in a suburb of Phoenix,
What
That's
suburb?
Peoria.
My aunt lives in Chandler.
Okay, opposite side. We're
Opposite
north.
side.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're way northwest.
Awesome. And you're not
So
having
I'm-
snow. We know you're not
No.
having snow. If you had snow,
Definitely no
that
snow.
would mean the world
It-
was ending.
I was
My
like, it is
husband
a little
might have
cold.
snow.
All right, don't
So
forget to
I'm
do
just
a great
outside.
shake of your yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's wonderful. Don't forget to shake your veggies with your oil and your seasoning and the sausage so it gets all coated. And then get that air out of that bag. You're gonna do a double bag of it. Put that double bag in there and then set that one aside. Don't forget to put on here potatoes if you didn't do that already. Add potatoes. And then give me a thumbs up when you're ready. We'll start the next one. Awesome.
Who won the game?
I'm good. You can go ahead. The peppers are next. That's the one I did today.
Yep, the peppers are next. So actually, why don't we do that one? Barb, how about if we skip that one and we'll go back to that last?
All right, that's
That
fine.
way Amy can hop off and because since she's not gonna make that meal. So
I can show
let's
you. I can show you my pepper.
you want to show us one? Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go show you.
All right, sounds great. So Barb knows what she's getting ready to what she'll be making.
You see
Oh,
it?
we don't see it yet. No, we still see your microwave.
Oh, I hate this stupid phone. There we go.
Oh, that looks good. Yum. Looks cheesy and delicious.
They were really good. That's the second. I made 2 little pans of them, and that was. 'cause I
That's
made a
awesome.
pepper pan without pepper.
Right, for him, yeah, that makes sense.
I made me with green peppers.
All right, well, we'll go back to the 1 pan peppers then at the end. We're gonna jump ahead to the 1 pot beef and broccoli. So this is gonna be one of your slow cooker meals. Barb, I know you said you love slow cooker meals.
I do.
So, yep. And hopefully you already have the flank steak or sirloin steak already in your bag. Now this one we are going to be adding some liquids too, but it's not water. We're going to do a 1/2 cup of beef broth added to the meat bag.
Here.
Ah. Beef broth. 1/2 cup.
Now for the soy, this one also calls for soy sauce, and there's actually I think it's the company's name is Bragg's, and they have actually a replacement for soy. It's called amino acids, something amino acids something, but it is a great alternative if you are looking to have lower sodium in your diet, and even though like this low sodium, you know, or is less sodium than regular, but it's definitely an alternative. So that's Bragg's amino acids.
I also like cocoa aminos.
Cocoa
Is
aminos.
another
Okay.
one. Yeah, I like the taste of it better than the Bragg's. So, but
Okay,
you can get it.
cool.
You can get it at most grocery stores.
I have to look for that one. Okay.
It's a coconut based soy
Thank
type
you for that tip.
replacement.
Yeah. That's why I like talking through these, because then people share ideas and we all learn from each other. So it's awesome. So, all right. So if you have your half a cup of beef broth in there, now you're going to do a half a cup of the low sodium soy sauce. And then we're going to be doing a quarter cup of light brown sugar, firmly packed. I think I have not had this meal yet, but I'm like really looking forward to this one.
See, this
It's gonna
one
be-
sounds really good.
Yeah.
I know. And
Mm,
somebody I know made it and said they just loved it. So
It's really good. I've made it a couple of times. It's my gymnast. It's her favorite meal. And
oh, that's
so
awesome.
I put it in the crock pot before we go to gymnastics and then come home to it.
Oh, that's wonderful. Is there
Mhm.
anything that you make as an alteration on the recipe?
No, I do it pretty much as is, although I usually add more broccoli than it calls for.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So. All right. So once you have your brown sugar in, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of the toasted sesame oil. Just 2 tablespoons though. And then the 1 packet of the 1 pot beef and broccoli mix seasoning. And again, this is being recorded, so I don't usually get the recording out to everybody until the next day, because I like to upload it to YouTube, and then that way you can watch it whenever you want to remake these meals, or if you missed it and you're catching this on the replay.
So there's
Now,
3
with the feet-
packets of seasonings in here, right?
Yes. So with this one, you've got, actually, is it 3 or is it 2? It's
It's
3.
garlic, Making Magic Chicken, and Fiesta Party seasoning.
Yeah. That doesn't sound right. Pasha,
No,
is that right?
it's right. And actually, I should say I leave out the Fiesta just because my kids aren't spicy eaters. So I do
Okay.
leave out the Fiesta for it just because it is spicy. So if you are
Yeah.
spice
But it's the
sensitive,
garlic,
go light on
and
it.
Making Magic Chicken.
Yeah,
Yes.
those two I definitely
Yes.
use.
Okay.
So that's I'm saying, I was like, oh yeah, that's the box, and I don't have the box in front of me to say, yeah, that's what was in that one. Sorry.
You
So
make
yeah,
it-
so you got the
No? Okay.
Making Magic Chicken, is that right?
Mhm.
Making Magic Chicken.
Making magic, garlic.
Garlic, yep. But like Tasha said, if you don't like something very spicy, then either cut the Fiesta in half or don't use it at all,
Gotcha.
because that does have a kick to it.
Mhm.
So
My husband usually just sprinkles a little bit on top of his.
that's awesome.
Um,
Yeah.
So, because he likes the spice,
good
but my
idea.
kids do not.
Yeah, but this makes a great dip. If you end up not using it, you can mix it. If you like a spicy dip, you can just do it with 3/4 of a cup of sour cream and a 1/4 cup of mayo, and then that packet is
Oh,
a dip,
yeah.
like perfect with tortilla chips and things. So,
Perfect.
and then once you have all that together, shake that, seal it, shake that up, get all that mixed and blended together. Obviously, then open it, get your air out, and then we're gonna have a second bag. And this one is going to be for your 12 ounces of broccoli. Again, with the broccoli, lots of broccoli.
Yeah, it's 12 ounces. Smells good.
I know. Ooh. Well, it's all that garlic, don't you think? The garlic, the onion. So Making Magic Chicken is a blend of our 3 top seasonings. So onion, a little bit of garlic, and then the seasoned salt. So those were they were our best-selling ones. So, and then we do still need to put a separate bag, just a quart-size bag or a snack bag of cornstarch, for the end of this meal when you're getting ready to finish it up. So you'll need 1/4 of a cup of cornstarch in a separate bag, and then put all 3 of those bags in one giant bag. I say giant, 1 gallon size bag. So
I didn't get the cornstarch out. Cornstarch.
now, I have to say, my favorite out of all of the meals is going to be the Marry Me chicken meal. That's my very favorite. So, Barb, have you done the Marry Me chicken yet?
I have not.
Okay, it's really good. I love it. We had that, Lisa, didn't we have that
Yeah,
as our
we've
team,
had,
one of our
we've
team
had
meetings?
that a couple times.
Yeah, it's really good. So, then when you're ready, just give me a thumbs up.
Yeah, you're gonna miss all the negative weather, Kelly.
I know, darn.
I
It's
may
my
end
big
up
smile on
getting,
my face. Darn, 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 darn.
we're off tomorrow, but
Yeah,
we may end up getting Tuesday
yeah.
because of the
Yep.
wind chills.
Yes.
What is the wind chill gonna be?
It could go into -20
Ooh,
with wind
yeah.
chill.
Glad I'm not. I know. Tasha's like, what is this that you're speaking of?
I mean, it's 13 right now.
13? Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. We barely
17.
get down to freezing, so
No, it's 17. My mom lives in Florida, so they're like 80 today, but then a couple days they're going to be down to 50, and then they'll be down in the 30s.
Yeah.
oh
Because she
my
lives in
Yeah,
God.
their
towards the
weather's
Panhandle.
been up and down too.
I'd
Yeah,
love to
it
be
has
in the
been.
30s right now. That'd be nice.
Yeah, right? Be a heat wave for y'all.
Like
We had
zero.
it a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Where do you live at, Amy?
In Ohio, Cincinnati.
Okay.
And Barb is too. And Sarah, where are you again, Sarah?
I live in Memphis.
I knew it was
She's
not
down
in town, and I was like,
Tennessee.
oh darn, yeah. And then I'm
It's
not sure.
real, it's really cold here. Yeah, extremely cold to the
Ugh,
south.
not good, not good. And I don't know who joined us last because it's just a phone number. I don't know.
Oh.
Not sure who that is.
I don't know.
Joy,
Oh, hi, Joy. Joy did make it on. Hi,
Hi.
Joy.
hi.
I'm glad
I'm
you came
not
on.
getting. I'm only getting audio, no visual. So
Oh, really?
but that's okay. I'll watch the recording, but
Yeah.
I'll listen.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we're glad you hopped on. Hopefully you're staying warm too. Gets under some blankets and stay warm, everybody. So,
My
all right, we
family-
are we are jumping into our 1-pot beef stew mix now. If you haven't already done that, so you have in the gallon size bag, you've got your 1.5 pounds of beef stew meat, and in that bag we're going to be adding lots of stuff. We're going to add a whole bag, 16 ounces of the baby carrots. We are going to be doing some sauces in this. We're going to be doing 1 18-ounce jar or close to 18 ounces of the home style beef gravy.
Oh.
Barb, when you made this, did you do the whole packet of the garlic pepper, or did you use just a portion of it?
Of what?
Tim made it. So what did you use everything?
Oh,
Used everything.
yep. Okay, cool.
And then we just did 2 jars because the jars were 12 ounces. I did 2 jars of gravy instead of the.
So instead of the 6 or 18 ounce. Oh, instead of the mushrooms. Cool.
Well, Tim's not a mushroom person, so I just did
Oh, that's
2
all right.
ounces of the gravy
either.
instead of.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the beauty of all this is you just swap out what you don't like. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
I wasn't a mushroom person until just recently. So yeah. All right. So with that said, typically you would do 1 10.5 ounce, 10.5 ounce can of the cream of mushroom soup. Obviously you'll need a spatula to get that, or a little spatula to get that out, spoon to get it out. And we're mixing all of this into one large bag. But like what Barb and Tim did, they did just the gravy instead and did a double gravy instead, and that worked perfect too. This would be a great one for like the cold days this week too. Like
Oh,
Barb
yeah.
said, everybody's coming over for Monday. It's great that you do Monday night dinner too. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, it's great. Bring all the kids with them.
Oh, that's a lot of people then.
You watching the
That's a whole
football
lot.
game tomorrow night?
Like, Barbara, you guys
Ohio
watching that
State
football
plays
game?
tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll watch it.
Yeah, we'll have it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll try to have it on when we're out with the grandkids here. It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right. So the seasonings that you're going to need for this, you'll need the 1 packet of garlic, the 1 packet of onion, and then the garlic pepper seasoning. Tim and Barb, Tim said he used the whole packet, but if you're a little, like if pepper's not really the big thing that you love, then you might only want to use half of it. And then seal that bag and mix that all together. And that meal's prepped. Now remember, this is going to be one that you are going to be using 1.5 pounds of the baby red potatoes. So make sure you have that someplace on your outside bag, just or at least here in the notes that you still need to add your potatoes in. So. And Tim and Barb, if you want to put your potatoes right away, that's not a big deal. Just do it in a separate bag. But I would just, yeah, I would say just wait. So.
When we do it tomorrow. Okay.
And again, don't forget that once you leave the when you seal the bag the first time, you're leaving some air in it so that you can, for those of you that came on late, so that you can toss the bag and get all of the ingredients tossed together. My one friend says you like to zhuzh it up, so like basically like, you know, massage everything so that it's like mixed together. But then you always want to open that bag back up and get as much air out as possible. I like to lay my bag sideways so that as I close the bag up, I'm getting the air out and everything's laying flat. So it doesn't take up as much room in your freezer. So that's just the one thing that I like to do there. So
Sounds like Chris.
yeah, yeah,
Chris, the one that said that.
yeah, I think so. But there's a couple people too that say that
Yeah.
too. So, but yeah, Christopher did for sure. Yeah, yeah. All right.
That
So when
sounds like
you're
him.
ready, yeah, when you're ready, give me a thumbs up, and we're gonna work on Marry Me Chicken. Yay! Good job.
Hang on, I'm on this one.
Okay, no worries. Take your time.
The big bag.
And again, for those of you that hopped on late, one thing that I like to do is I will double bag my original bag that I put the meat in, because I'm always, because of an experience I had. One time I had one of these meals that had like steak that had like the bone still in it, and it rubbed against something and it made a little, like a couple little holes in the bag, and as it was defrosting, some of the juice came out into my refrigerator. So that's when I was like, okay, hey, I think I'm always going to double bag my meals. So I do that. It's not something you have to do, but it is something that I like to do, just so that I don't have all that moisture in my refrigerator as things defrost. So, all right, we're moving on to my favorite, the Marry Me Chicken. You should already have your chicken in your bag. Now, I will tell you, when I made this as a dish for for our team, we had a team get together. I made this, and I wanted the chicken to be, because we were going to have probably like 15 people there. I did end up cubing my chicken instead of using it as 6 chicken breasts. So that is an option for this meal if you prefer to have it cubed. It did work well, and I think it still tasted great. And in that first bag with the chicken, if you have to take your chicken out and dice it, go ahead and do that. But you're going to be using the packet of garlic seasoning. And again, the seasoned pepper, you need just 1 tablespoon of the seasoned pepper. But if you're, like I said, sensitive to that pepper flavor, you might want to even do half, or like just only a half of a tablespoon. And you might already have one of those open if you didn't use the whole thing on the last recipe. So.
Don't use the whole.
And I use this now on my salads. I was really hesitant to use this one at the beginning, because I love like a pepper mill, but I use this on my salads. I'll sprinkle it, you know, on meat, on veggies before I bake them. There's a great a seasoned pepper chicken recipe where you just sprinkle this on chicken and put the chicken in the air fryer. So this has definitely become one of my favorites, especially since it has no sodium in it. So. And I'm supposed to be watching that now, so supposed to be. Some days are better than others. So. And then once you've done that, we'll seal that bag, toss it, and then open the bag, get the air out, set that bag aside, and we'll move on to our second bag. And we need a gallon-sized bag for the second one. So with this one, you can see it's just 10 till now. And so we'll probably have all of our 7 meals prepped in under an hour or just about an hour. So usually we just do the 5, but this time it just worked out that way. So. So in this second gallon-sized bag, we'll be moving into where we have the sauce and everything now. So you're going to need the 15-ounce jar of the creamy Alfredo sauce in the second gallon-sized bag. And then you're going to use just half of the 7-ounce jar. You can use a little bit more if you want, of the Julienne sun-dried tomatoes that are in oil. And you are going to want to drain those. So.
You said drain them?
Yes, I would drain them. Yeah. And I didn't, to be honest, because I only did, like, if you're only doing half of it, you might just want to get some out and kind of pat them off, because I left the other ones with some of the oil and left it in the refrigerator until I used them again. So it's kind of up to you how you want to do it. They're a little tricky to get out, though, I have to be honest. At first I was like trying to dump, but I was like, I don't want to come out. So you have to kind of use a fork to get those going. So. And then this one has one of my favorite seasonings. This is we're going to be adding artichoke and spinach warm dip mix to this one. So
7 ounces.
Well, she did use half the jar.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah,
That looks like half.
that works. And then this one is also going to be using a half a cup and it's up to you. You can do a half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese and add it to the bag.
What? Away.
And the artichoke.
Yep, spinach and artichoke. And then you can use the other tablespoon, or if you want to do for milder flavor, half of a tablespoon of the seasoned pepper as well. So you'll be doing artichoke and spinach warm dip mix, and then a little bit more of the seasoned pepper. In that bag, just, seal it, mix all that together, and then those 2 bags will go in a 3rd gallon size bag. I know it only said 2 gallon size bags, but I like I said, I like that, putting all the bags together. So, hey Lisa, was Sabrina working today? You're muted. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Because we flew this morning at 6:40, so we were there at like 5 something. I was like, I wonder who Sabrina is. I
Oh
gotta
yeah,
find her.
she starts at 4:15.
Okay, yeah, she was there.
She was there.
So Amy, since you already did the stuffed peppers, what'll be your next meal that you think you'll do?
I don't know. The beef broccoli, the beef looks really good to me.
Mhm.
And the Mary Me chicken I've never tried, so that looks really good. So
So good, so good. Yeah.
probably the beef because it looks really good. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah,
All right.
I will try it.
So our next workshop is going to be just for those of you that are like to put things on the calendar early, or well, not that early, but just so you know, our next meal prep is going to be on February 16th. It's always from 7 to 8 p.m. So that'll be our next workshop, and what we will be making is to be announced because we have to wait to see what's coming out in the new catalog. But I'm thinking I might end up just doing one of our old ones that we haven't pulled out in a long time because we want to make sure we have enough time to get all the orders and everything in. So stay tuned for more. It might be a slow cooker meal, Barb.
We're in Gatlinburg that weekend.
Oh, bummer. Have to catch it on the replay.
That's right. Yeah, if you tape it, I'll catch it on the replay.
Yep, I always do record them. So,
Cool.
all right. So give me a thumbs up when that one's finished, and then we'll move on.
I'm good.
All right. Well, Amy, you are finished now with all your meals, right?
I am.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So, well, I always love when I get to see what you've made. So if you take any pictures of anything, don't hesitate to tag me in if you're posting it, or if you want to just send me a picture on your own and be like, hey, this was how dinner turned out. I always love to see it.
Okay.
And I'll be in touch to let everybody know more. Barb, if you'll stay on, we'll do our one pan Southwest stuffed peppers
Okay.
at this point. And Amy, you can stay on, or if you don't want to stay on, you don't have to. So
I'll jump off and clean up my kitchen.
sounds great. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much. See ya.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. So Barb, for this one, what we're going to do is we are going to, you needed shredded chicken or cubed chicken already in a bag.
Got it.
Perfect. And then in that same bag, you're going to do 1 16-ounce can of mild chili beans, undrained.
Okay.
And then you're going to do the packet of the Southwest stuffed pepper seasoning that's in that box. This one's a pretty easy one.
We like easy.
We do too. Very much so. And again, like I said, this mixture makes enough that you'll probably have more than just the peppers that you'll eventually stuff with this mixture. So consider maybe having like taco shells, or you could do quesadillas with it, or over top of a salad would be great. So.
Okay.
And then you're going to be putting in 1 cup of shredded Mexican blend cheese. And that you're going to put that all as one big mixture.
Where's my cheese?
Now for the peppers, just so you know, you can freeze the peppers. We are going to be cutting those lengthways. So you'll cut them in half, like I said, the long way, and then we'll get all the seeds out. We'll pot those dry, and then they can go in a gallon-sized freezer bag, and you can freeze those up too. So, and I asked my home ec teacher friend, so just some verifying, Deborah Combs, I'll give her a shout out. Give her the props there. I was like, just want to verify I can freeze these peppers, right? Because when I made mine, I did it, as I was making them. So she said, yeah, you can do that. So.
Okay.
Perfect. Don't forget to get the air out of that bag and set that aside. And this recipe, just as I'm thinking about it, one of the things I like to do is I batch cook with my Make and Magic chicken seasoning and my mom's favorite taco seasoning. So I'll do 4 pounds of meat at a time and do that in the slow cooker. And then I shred that meat up. So usually for this recipe, when I've made it, I've actually used my pre-made mom's favorite taco chicken that's already shredded and ready to go. So that's how I've been doing mine. So. And then Barb, on this next one, what you can do is for the gallon size bag, you'll want to wash off your peppers and then cut them lengthways, the 3 peppers, get the seeds out, and then you want to pat those dry and put them in your quart or in your gallon size bag. So what kind of peppers did you get?
I got yellow, orange, and red.
See, isn't that funny how, do you all remember the yellow, orange, and red peppers being around when we were growing up?
No, it was always green.
I do not remember. Lisa says yes. I don't remember them. I feel like all we had were green peppers, and I was like, ugh, I don't like green peppers. And I still to this day don't love green peppers. But I know my mom used to do like stuffed green peppers all the time. And I was that girl that was like, I don't want to eat that. So we would dig the inside of it out and I'd eat all this stuff from the inside, but nothing on the outside. So.
My great grandparents had a small garden and they grew peppers. So
That's why you knew about them.
I knew about the yellow and the red.
Okay.
But the
That's
green
awesome.
ones were always there because they used
Yeah.
to do stuffed peppers. I've never liked green peppers that much anyway.
Right. Now they did say that if you look at the bottom of a pepper, supposedly if there's like 3 points at the bottom or 4 points, and maybe Tasha, since she has a garden there, maybe we'll know this, that one of them, I think it's the one that's the 4, like, I don't know, like I want to say like feet, the 4 pieces at
Yeah.
the bottom, that it means they're sweeter than the other one. Like one is sweeter than the other. But I
I've
don't
heard
know
that
which one is.
too.
Yeah, so I'll have to look that up and let everybody know. So, or if somebody knows, you can chime in and tell us. So.
I do not know. I am not a huge pepper either, so
Yeah.
not something I've looked into.
Right. I'm going to be offering a bread art class the end of this month, and it's the first one I'm doing. And I'm going to use those little baby sweet peppers, the mini peppers, because they make, if you cut them down, they make some cute little designs for the bread art. So. Barb, you're quick. No, you are. Like, you really are. Like, I already heard you open the bag for those peppers, and I was like, dang, that would have taken me half an hour. This is why I read the instructions and not prep with you. Because you all would be here for 4 days with me cooking. Like, when I'm trying to do it alongside of people, it's like, takes me forever. So, yeah. So, that's first couple workshops were excruciating for people. That's why I just moved to a more of a, I'll be the role of sharing the information. So, again, so the last thing that we have to do is we put another 1 cup of the Mexican cheese blend. We put that in a quart size bag and then put those 3 bags together in 1 gallon size bag so that they're all nice and stuck together. You know what meals are what, and you're finished.
Sweet.
So you have 7 meals in really just about an hour. So I think it's pretty amazing. So again, like I said, keep in mind, if you are a person that is an ambassador with Tastefully Simple, don't forget, I do lead these every month. And people who are new to meal prepping with me, every month, it's always a Sunday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. We prep usually 5 meals in an hour. Like I said, tonight was 7 meals because we used the 1 pot and the 1 pan wonders to make those 7 meals. So, and you are always more than welcome to join in and actually prep the meals with us. So, but again, I'll be doing the instruction reading. I will not be doing the prepping with you. So, but, well, I hope you love these meals, Tim and Barb.
We will.
Okay, sounds good. Is Tim in charge of getting them cooked up?
Usually.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Well, it's
thanks.
good to see you guys.
Nice seeing
Yeah.
you.
Nice to see you. Have fun, everybody watching the game. If you're going to watch the game tomorrow night, and Barb, tell all the kids. Well, Barb and Tim, tell everybody I said hi.
I sure
We
will.
will.
Thanks,
All right.
Kelly.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
All right,
See you
Bye.
we'll see
later.
ya.
Bye.
Yeah.
See ya.